And we're live. Joe Battaglia on my couch for the first we can physically high five podcast that there has been in my studio, office, whatever you want to call it. We're officially at Scrap Skate Park.
Yep.
On a futon.
Oh man, ripping it.
And we're here after a long, hot day.
Yeah, today was a day, that's for sure. Classified.
It happened, and it's not over yet.
Here we are. We have another hour, or however long we BS with y'all.
Yeah, so this is a little unfamiliar for me, being that I've never done this in person live like this. Maybe I have, but I don't remember. But it's a bit different, so bear with us. What's up, Dustin, Kevin, DFL? How you green screen him right there? It's weird. It's like my hand would go right through his. Yeah. Whoa! It's fake.
What?
But I suppose we should talk about stuff.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part from today?
I enjoyed every bit of today. It's, my essentially my second day back on the bike after 6 days of not riding, and then I'm freshly off the injury list. So even then, I mean, a lot no, but I just came off a broken scaphoid, so this thing's super weak and not very useful. But
and scaphoid injuries suck.
It is, honestly, I can say with everything that I've been through injury wise, the recovery time has been worse than any other recovery time. So and luckily I didn't have 6 months to 8 months of healing time. It was a quick one. My doctor put me back together real good, and I healed ahead of schedule, which is sick. It's just, my brain's set for just how it always is, go, and my muscles aren't completely there yet. So it's I'm struggling with it, but not trying to be slow. So
Yeah, the scaphoid is injury that sucks because it's like the small little bone in your wrist, and I think they say it's like the bone that gets the least amount of blood flow in your entire body.
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird, man. He's like, yeah, well, just don't use it while you're in the cast, and be chill with it. When you get back on your bike, don't be jumping off roofs or downstairs, and stick to transition and jumping, and it won't become dead bone. He's like, I really don't want to have to remove that or have to take a piece of your hip and put that in you. And I was like, yeah, well, that's essentially dead bone as well, so.
Hear that, Noah?
Yeah, Noah, get your stuff together, man.
I guess we didn't even address the fact that it's the 4th of July, too.
Yeah, happy 4th of July to every viewer and this man and
I'm tired.
Everyone else, yeah.
I spent my day filming this guy and riding, and holy cow, it was hot. Oh, hot. And then riding after that, just...
It was a full day of bikes and sweat.
He successfully got a couple Lip Lords clips, so that's real.
Yeah, stoked on that.
We do have that to look forward to, and this is kind of so what's sweet about this is it's the first trial run on what I really want to start doing, where it's having my friends from other places stay here and go do cool stuff.
Yeah.
Whether, today we just rode Worcester and then Stoke Run, which is the former Ohio Dreams.
Right.
And it was cool, but imagine if it was 3 days or something where you get to go float down the river in the Mohican or whatever it is.
Very, very successful day. We got some good stuff for you, some good stuff for me for my welcome joint, and I feel like it was, although it was a short day, we got a lot done, and bottom line, I got to spend time with a friend. So
how often do you get to hit 2 back rails at 2 different parks in one day?
actually quite
Oh, I'm asking the one person who does that a lot.
quite often. I have quite a few parks in my area that are, you know,
Hmm.
foof savvy. So
Yeah. Yeah, Joe's warm up trick for the day was a back rail foof. That was, he did 3 foot jams and then a back rail foof. That was your order of the
oh
day.
wow, that was the order, huh?
That's exactly what you did because you're like, all right, I'm gonna foot jam. I was like, sick. Warm up foot jam, warm up foot jam, warm up foot jam. Then come back after a couple minutes or something and just bang. I was like,
Wow,
I was not expecting you to hit the rail.
dude, I didn't even put that together until you just like brought it to life. You
Yeah,
know? Like that's pretty sick.
it was cool. Yeah, it's sick. And then so we rode Worcester, rode the 1 quarter. And then while you're taking a break at one point, I just tried to see how many tricks I could do
Did you like
while you were
16?
taking a break. I got 20.
That's
Should have had like 30 because I got stuck on a trick. But
that was 20 tricks in literally 3 minutes.
oh, it could have been 30 if I didn't
Yeah,
try one of them 4 times.
that's impressive.
But then we left there, went to Stoke Run. Again, for anybody who doesn't know, used to be Ohio Dreams, reopened as Stoke Run. All the parks are the same. The trails are in progress, and that's it currently. But that was a
Yeah,
good little sesh there for a minute. I mean, we were already toasted.
yeah. The energy was. We were definitely expired by the time we got there.
Off. Yeah,
It was fun though.
you made me hit a back rail that I had never hit before.
I'm stoked on that.
Yeah.
You know, giving you show receive.
Yeah, then you foofed it first try. After I iced it. But then we went to Applebee's. Not Applebee's.
No, Italian restaurant.
Mariola's.
Yeah, we tried to hit a Mexican joint that
Yeah, everywhere's closed on the 4th.
the 4th of July.
After about 8 p.m. because that's when we were trying to eat. But I don't think anybody gives a crap about where we ate or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think people probably care about the fact that you have a new sponsor, and we haven't talked about that in the first how many minutes?
Oh, yeah,
8 minutes.
yeah. I'm now riding for Stolen brand, and I'm super psyched to you know get everything that he's giving me there, and I don't know. I can't really put it into words how thankful I am to have the support system I have, especially at my age. Like I don't really want to bring that into factor, but I'm going to because I'm 35.
Well, it's real. That's
Yeah.
that's what it is, you know.
I'm just stoked to be able to do what I'm doing and have the support I have, and I'm
Yeah.
extremely psyched that David at Stone has given me so much, in the short time that we've partnered up.
Yeah, who is it? I never knew who.
Uh, it's David Wooten.
Okay.
He is the U.S. side of things, and then his partner, the other side of Stolen, is Revs out in the UK, and they run the show, and he brought me on and gave me all these. He gave me free will, and he's given me signature products.
I mean, clearly you weren't gonna leave an already established thing,
Yeah,
unless it was.
yeah, I was gonna say like I'm still to this day very grateful for everything that Clint and Cooper have done for me at Colony. Like I loved it there. It's just when a new opportunity presents itself, you have to take it. Especially if it's something as sick as what's on the plate right now for me. So there's a lot that's going to be coming to play very very soon here, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So
Well, the way you described it to me, God, how long ago was that now? Months.
yeah,
Months ago was like, well, if you have a job
right,
and you have someone offer you to do like a similar job, but have more from it for what
Right.
you're already
Yeah.
doing, how many people are gonna not move up and do better? I mean, there's people. I've heard stories of how it's like sometimes smart if you do have certain job to like move like through different companies
Yeah,
and things because each time you're stepping up.
yeah,
And the way you described it was like, well, I'm just able to have more opportunity with
yeah.
this
This
thing.
what I have going now, and like I said, it's just it's gonna further me to keep doing what I'm doing, travel, continue to get content, and like I said, I'm getting a bunch of signature products, and that right there is just like as a BMX rider, as a BMX rider, like it's a dream come true. It's like childhood, stuff. So it's
Mm-hmm.
when that kind of stuff is presented, you go with it. And like I said, there's just open arms there. Um, Again, very thankful for what I had with Colony. It's just as we're saying, like if you're at a job where you're getting paid $15 an hour, and then another job offers you the same thing but $30 or $40 an hour, like which like
Mm-hmm.
there's no ill will, there's no hate, nothing like that. I have nothing but love, and it's just I'm grateful to be getting what I'm getting right now. It's you know again a dream come true. Super excited to actually put this kind of stuff in motion and see it be brought to life. I guess you know what I mean. Like
Yeah. So
again, I'm not getting any younger. There's so many talented bike riders out there that you know wish that they were getting what I'm getting, and I'm just it's baffling, overwhelming, and amazing all in the same. So I'm super grateful, and
it's important to recognize that too,
yeah,
that you're in a special position,
yeah,
and I feel like when people recognize and appreciate where they're at,
right,
it's just
yeah.
better.
I'm just stoked to be where I'm at, and again, can't thank my amazing support system, from the fiance to everybody else that's backing me right now. And I have another sponsor that I'm going to be dropping real soon that I just signed a contract with as well. And I mean, I uh, I don't want to say anything yet. I almost want to spill the beans because I'm probably going to drop it in like 2 days, but you'll find out in 2 days.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
That's a
two
good
two to
one.
3 days. We're on the road right now. We're here. I'm here in Ohio, obviously, with Brant. And
Wait, are we
oh fucking sorry about that.
real
Yeah.
one?
But
It's
yeah,
real life.
we're working our way through the East Coast. The wife and I just sightseeing, collecting footage, and getting a welcome piece done, and just collecting memories. So if you guys are in Pennsylvania or New Jersey or New York, hit me up on the gram, and we'll try to link up and do some bike riding. Be sick.
So it was today. Did you get any clips yesterday?
Yeah, I got like maybe.
Did you get anything you actually want to use though
Like
yesterday?
you saw the one. I mean that one maybe is for Instagram. I haven't.
So today might be the first actual like
Yeah, like I got
stuff you're gonna want to use.
I got a definite banger today for the edit, a definite banger for your edit, and then I mean there's like two things that I could probably use from yesterday, but I rode for an hour and it was my first time back on the
Mm-hmm.
bike in a week, and I was like fresh off of being in the car for 13 hours straight, and then another 4 hours, and now from the 4 hours to another 4 hours here, just spending a lot of time in the car. So I'm
It's
like,
rough.
wow, like mashed potatoes, man.
Yeah, it's rough to go from being in a car for a long time straight to riding, and
Yeah,
then when you're traveling and you're really trying to do stuff and not just trying to be productive, I guess.
right.
It's like it makes it that much harder. Yeah, and then you think about the fact that it's like, oh, I'm not even gonna be here. I have to right
Yeah,
now, or I'm not gonna be back for a long
right.
time. It's when we went to Florida and we drove around the whole bottom of Florida up the other side, and we were stopping all these skate parks. it was like 95,
Yeah.
100% humidity. I'm riding 3 times a
Yeah.
day. And it's just like, oh, this sucks. But I
Everything's cramping up, and your body's like, yo, dude, we're expired 2 weeks ago.
yeah, it's just rough.
Yeah.
But you feel like what pushes me with it is like, I'm not going to be back here ever.
Right.
So
Right.
if there's something I really want to do, I have to just do it.
Yeah. I don't really like. I don't know. I used to have that mentality, but like with how often her and I travel, and just I travel overall. Like I don't look at it like, oh, I'll never be back here. I just look at it like, when is the next time? So I try to, I try to utilize it to
Yeah.
the fullest, kind of like what we did today. Yesterday, like I go to the park a lot. It's Michigan City, Indiana. It's a fun park, but it's just like, I'm like trying to think like, what have I not done? Like what can I be capable of with this, you know, limp noodle of a wrist? But making the best of it. I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, the stuff you got today, the two clips, the one for Lip Lords and then yours, those were sick. And then you got two other things that I'll probably use in Lip Lords as more like intro-ish stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe. We'll see.
the foof.
Though yeah, but I've used so many of those at the end of them
Oh.
already that's like but
Well, if you have yourself filming, you say like, "Oh, that was a warm up run." Maybe that would be like, eh.
right. Exactly. But then that proof at Ohio, I mean Stoke Run.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna misspeak when it comes to
Right.
that. But that foof was good. There's another foof there that you want to do.
Yeah. That's another thing, dude. Like I think I'm like 98% sure that my ACL's tore.
Yeah, what
On
makes
top,
you think that?
well, it's just like, I mean, you probably won't be able to see anything in this video, but like if you like watch right here, dude, like you can see my knee like just like popping. See,
I think part we're gonna examine knees. I think that's like
this one
an
does not do
extent
that.
of that is somewhat normal. I dropped something. Shout out to Jaywalkers.
Oh yeah,
We're just two dudes on a couch wearing pants.
yeah. I got them white boys on.
Anyway, I want to address the chat a little bit. Tough luck if you're still here. Thank you. You are the man, and I always appreciate hanging out and seeing you. Huck Karinsky's dad, Kier.
Oh,
Joey looking fresh as usual.
who said that?
Huck's dad is
Oh, yeah.
Huck's, but it's Huck's name, but it's Huck's dad.
Kiri rule.
Where are you guys riding this week? We rode Worcester and Stoke Run today, and then
Yeah.
I think you're heading out tomorrow at
Yeah.
some point.
Some point in the morning, we're gonna start rolling towards PA. I might even take a day off for riding my bike.
After today, you earned it.
Yeah,
Other than that, BMX Pete. Have you met BMX Pete before?
maybe.
Dude is sick. Jeff Mead. We can talk about the carbon brakes here in a minute. I want to address everybody else too that we haven't yet. Kevin Jackson. I won't be coming to Long Island or New York, but Joe might.
I will be. We'll be out there. The wife and I just getting the the DMs of the Instagram, and we'll chit chat and
Yeah.
go from there. I don't really know that area. Every time I'm out there, it's usually just doing shows. So I need to be shown around or pointed in the right direction for parks or whatever. So if you have info and you want to link up, again, hit that gram and we'll exchange numbers and do the thing.
We could do this in person. It's real.
Yeah.
Flippin' Zanky, what's up? All right, carbon brakes. So I filmed my first impressions of those on your bike today, so that'll come out in a video eventually.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to post this because like I want to use everything you landed. I want to put in the video that I post on YouTube, but I also want to put it in Lip Lords.
Oh.
But I filmed my first reaction to him because I hadn't seen him. For anybody who doesn't know, there's an Instagram page, the other Madge, MAJ,
Yeah.
I think it is, and then the
His name's
others.
Mark.
Yeah, Mark. Is it Johnson?
I think it's Johnson. Yeah.
Mark Johnson's hand making
Hand making.
carbon fiber brakes. He
Yeah.
has a mold, I guess. I literally just talked about this in my last podcast with Kevin from Wooder Design.
Yeah.
I guess he's got a mold and he's hand laying the carbon
Yeah,
fiber in it, and
he's a carpenter, and he's a great artist. Like he does mainly like as he promotes it. He does like mainly like BMX stuff. But he's like a
mm,
very talented like carpenter, and he knows what he's doing. The brakes are actually holding up very well.
yeah, I was somewhat skeptical. You see carbon fiber brakes. You see the fact that
Yeah,
there's little metal inserts where
right.
your pads go. That's like feels like it's bracing and
Yeah,
pad. Like
I mean, it looks and sounds sketchy, but like I'm not a light boy, and my bike isn't light either. Like I weigh 180, and my bike's like 24
well,
pounds.
in the one trick you were doing today, the 630 to tap,
Yeah,
that part of the trick alone, I mean, you're spinning like crazy and then landing all your
yeah,
weight on this one point. That's putting a lot of strain on these
yeah.
brakes. So I pulled them and I was like, wow, there's like, I also thought there might be flex
And there's
to
not
it.
much.
There's not
Yeah,
much flex there. They're pretty smooth.
yeah,
You were talking about how there's minimal wobble because he's got the two bearings
yeah.
in them. Like everything seems pretty sweet and it's like, all right, maybe these are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're awesome, and shout out to Mark. Appreciate it, man. I'm loving them so far. I just you know, putting all the trust of which is Joey and a bicycle, foofing a back rail, or
Oh yeah.
doing big spins, like big spin airs to tap, or anything like that. It's just like but honestly, like they're holding up better than I'm not gonna drop any names, but they're holding up better than the last three pair of breaks I've had.
Yeah,
So
obviously it's still early.
yeah,
So
it's
things
still super early. Yeah,
things will progress and
and
you'll find out.
right, they're still prototype. He's still prototyping. I mean, he's not like doing like mass production yet, but I'm sure if you get in his DMs and you're interested in it all, I'm sure he'll mingle with you and try to work something out.
Yeah, I mean, and it's still early for you riding them too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you've only riding them for a few sessions at this point.
yeah. I do know what's his name. Having a brain fart because that's what I do. Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, he's
Brooklyn's also got a pair, and I think he's getting ready to put them on, or he's already put them on. And
yeah.
he also is a brake advocate too, like yourself and me.
He's gonna do double whip to taps, which is another just like the 630 to tap.
Yeah.
It's gonna put everything in that cable. It's like amazing that we can even do some of the stuff we do
Right.
with these little
Tiny
steel
cables,
cables.
yeah, and they hold up. That's crazy. Those the new age like straddle cables.
Oh yeah.
The one I have on there now, I think it's like the E-Claw one. It's just
Hmm.
like essentially two spokes and like welded or
Yeah.
soldered.
Well,
Like it's holding up pretty well too.
yeah, I mean that's part of the reason why I don't run just a straight cable. Like I don't do a lot of bar spins or tail whips,
Right.
but I like the fact that if I break one of them, there's three other ones, or the other side is still there
Yeah.
holding. But if you break something with the straight cable, it's
It's
just
just
like it's
done.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's petrifying to me, so I don't mess with that.
I've uh I've had um a brake internal brake mount. Like
Yeah.
I've had one of those literally just plop right out.
Oh, that's scary.
Like the weld and all with the brake itself just on a back rail foof. Not a small one, not a normal back rail, like a 7, 8 foot tall one where it just boop and my bike went flying over and I went straight to my back.
Oh my god.
So what happened? I broke my cable and I picked my bike up and the brake arm just like I was like, oh cool.
How often do you check your cable and stuff like
I
that?
check it often. Like I literally go through cables, like people go through flat tires, or
Well, it makes sense. I
or
mean,
like a household goes through toilet paper. You know what I mean?
it just makes sense. It's like there's no reason for you to wait till it breaks to put
Right.
on a new one.
Yeah, but like again with big foofs and the big spins to like stuff like that. Because of how often I use it, the straight cable, like every cable I've had, um, has always like kinked or start to blow up.
Mm.
And
Where
that's
the
not even like
linear part like
yeah,
pushes through
yeah,
it
that
too.
too.
Yeah.
Like they'll start to become hard to pull, and it's like, whoa, dude. Like,
That's another reason I like the dual gyro setup is just because things stay like rock solid for longer for me. Uh, it was funny earlier today we were joking about brake pads and sticking
oh
for
yeah,
like back rail boosts and stuff because it's just you made the comment of like I can't believe that there's people that hate this sound,
yeah,
and then we just started talking about how it's like yeah, but that sound is necessary for the types of things we're doing.
right,
And
yeah.
that's funny to me.
That means your brakes work, you know, like,
Mm-hmm. And we were talking about how like when you do a back rail spoof or you do you're doing a 630 to tap
yeah,
or I'm doing a 5 tap to ice
or a hurricane even, you know.
definitely a hurricane
Yeah,
or anything like
you know
that.
when you're tired, you go.
Right. I mean,
That's just, ugh.
the tester for me when I'm testing anything to do with brakes is the on the Worcester spine ice 270 tap over.
Yeah,
Because if you land on that 27 or that tap to pull a 27 like
yeah,
it if it doesn't lock in instantly, it just doesn't work as
right.
good.
Sketchy. That's terrifying, man. Like I've dealt with certain clear pads that aren't really the best rubber, and they just start sliding. Like if you don't continuously clean your rim or use a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of brake tartar,
That's the stuff.
you know,
Shout out to Chi.
and but yeah, that sound is it's not only like soothing to humans like us, but it's also like it's telling you your brakes work.
It's a safety thing
Yeah,
more than anything for me. Like, yeah, I like that because I like it because it means I'm gonna go do something and it's just gonna be there.
right. Yeah,
Crazy to think about how we rely, how much you're actually putting into this thing.
yeah. With brakes,
Yeah.
I honestly won't do like sevens over box jumps. Like I've had to do plenty of shows where I was brakeless an entire tour for like 3 weeks to a month, and I was like, they're like, oh, we want you to do tens. I was like, I don't even want to seven this box brakeless,
Yeah.
dude. Like, so whoever which is a lot of you riders out there that are brakeless sending sevens over boxes and spines without having to do that, like that me to proper you out.
Brian Fox doing
Yeah,
tens, brakeless.
Yeah,
Like that.
I won't do a 10 ever. I've done them. I won't ever do a 10 brakeless. So Brian, shout out you madman.
And he's doing them everywhere.
On spines, dude, mental.
Yeah. Insane. Yeah, spines.
Yeah,
Literally doing 1080s on spines.
yeah.
That's amazing. That guy.
I think the biggest spine I've seven was like 5 foot. He's doing it on.
Giant. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how tall those spines are, but he's doing it on the biggest ones. It's insane. Yo, what's up, Thomas? He's St. Louis. He works on the St. Louis Trail.
Oh yeah, Tom. Yeah, Ripper.
Uh, so, I mean, you guys are traveling for like a month, right? Something like that.
Yeah. So the plan for the fiance and I to be back home and for her to get back into work and all that is probably the 26th of this month. So essentially 3 weeks, but we've already been on the road for 8 days. Oh, yeah, 8 days. We stopped home to do a quick load of laundry and slept for like 3 hours and then drove here. So after being in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So it's just it's something I'm looking forward to. We're meeting up with obviously I called you way before, months ago to let you know that we're coming through, and we got to get some footy, ride bikes, and hang out with one another. But I'm gonna be meeting up with a few other, biker heads, and one of them's my teammate with Dan's comp and stolen, Zach Miller.
Oh, gosh.
Dude's he's
CPA.
yeah, he's full send. He's young. He shreds. He's a nut, man. Like people need to keep an eye on him.
I've seen him at the USA BMX stuff at Woodward, but other than that,
Yeah,
don't.
dude, he's super good. He's dealing with like on and off injuries, but he's still like, anytime he's on his bike, it's just full send. Dude's gnarly. He showed up to my jam last February, or yeah, I think it was. I forget what month it was, but he showed up there and he was just killing everything. Like over rotating sevens on the step up at seasons and like bodying himself on the long and low.
Oh my god,
Dude, he's just a really good bike rider and he's super cool. So looking
Cool.
forward to that. And I'm just looking forward to the rest of the trip. Sightsee
do you have any?
haunted things and cemeteries and waterfalls and parks. If there's anybody that has trails that'll be rideable.
Yeah, we
Let-
tried,
yeah,
but
let me
it's
know.
rained too
Yeah.
much in the last 3 days here
I'm-
to ride trails.
I'd say it's an obvious statement saying that I'm not. Yeah, I'll be back soon. You know that. Like it's 7 hours away.
Yeah.
I drive an hour and 45 minutes one way every day to ride my bike. To multiple skate parks. So
Yeah.
I don't mind driving 7 hours to come hang out even for a day.
Is there anywhere else, like any specific one spot you're like, I'm going here?
On this trip.
Yeah.
I know Long Island's gonna be one. She wants to do Gettysburg. I do know that we're gonna be in Sleepy Hollow for a day, spending time there, checking that out. And then we'll be in I forget the name of the actual part of. Is it rude of me to look at my phone?
He's looking up where he's going.
Yeah, I gotta look up exactly what town.
Jeff,
Part of the town.
Jeff, you definitely have to come ride Stoke Run. It is so sick. The outdoor park is just endless stuff.
I'm gonna be out. I'm definitely gonna be out in like the Pittsburgh or the Philly area and like Elkins, where Corey, the owner of Fictive
Oh
lives.
yeah.
I'll be out there. I'll be in where is this? Lock Haven, and then Wilkes Barre area. So I mean, just gonna stop by and see a bunch of homies.
Is there any like specific riding stuff though, like a skate park or something?
I'm-
You're like,
I
I'm
have-
going to this
I
park.
have a few of the dudes like like I said, Zach, and I'm gonna try to meet up with this dude Brad Williams. I think
Is that dick footed?
yeah, Dick Footed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That
try to
guy's
meet up
always
with
been
him.
sick.
I haven't even like actually reached out to him to let him know. I was just gonna kind of surprise him and show up in his area because
Sweet.
he's a
Nobody
rad,
tell him.
he's a rad dude as well, and he's got some cool street spots out by him. There's not really much park out there, but it's a beautiful area. He's got some cool street and some good food as well. But that and then I don't know, man. We're pretty much just going with the flow. Jersey, I know that what's his name? I'm gonna try to meet up with Brooklyn if he's not like working. I'm gonna try to ride with him at a few parks. I want to get to the Tizio Park.
Park's sweet.
I think the other one I want to go to is like Memorial or whatever. The Black Rams that the Cranmer dude.
I'm not sure.
It's got that like Scotty gapped over the mini ramp.
Oh yeah, I don't know the name.
I
of
think
it.
that one's Memorial. I could be mistaken because I've only been there once.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But-
You gonna jump the mini?
We'll see how this turd feels, but I definitely I want to like LU 270 that or LU 270 turned on it. I mean, it's not Scotty Cranmer whip, but when you're there in person, like it's big.
Jumping a mini.
It's big, but it's not like oh dude, no way. Like I know for a fact I can 270 it. It's just like the stopping is like it's real quick and the possibilities of casing is but you have a whole like you literally the run space is like you can literally like energize bunny around this park and just rip.
Yeah.
So I mean there's some things I want to do there and a few other parks. Colin, I forget his last name, Ackerman.
Yeah.
His
That park looks set up cool.
his park is I forget the name of that place, but that place is so fun. So fun. Like and it's that American made brand. The same the one that
American
you
Ramp Company.
yeah, that you guys just got here.
Yeah, we didn't end up getting to go there, but
That's
yeah.
again, I'll be back soon.
Yeah. Thomas, I'm not sure if Lock Haven's still going or not. I'm not sure. Um, Jeff is Bloomfield's his local.
Yeah, dude. Let's Jeff. If you still have my number, contact me. If not, just DM me and we'll figure that out. I wanna try to get up to JJ's ramp again as well. JJ Taker or
I'm not sure how you say his name.
Tacker or
I think there's
I don't
another
want to. I don't
T
want
in
to be.
there.
I don't want to butcher it, but he's a rad dude, and he's got the ramp ranch, and that ramp is so fun. It's real quick and just awesome transition. He's a rad dude. He's got a friend that's got a backyard ramp and a few dirt jumps as well, but I'm not gonna be like, hey, can I go there?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
When I went up there, I went and rode Bloomfield, and then we went to another one of those American ramp company skate parks
Yeah.
when we were there for New Year's.
Which one was that?
Orange,
The one
East
with the
Orange.
the one with the 7 foot quarter.
Yeah,
That quarter pipe is hands down the best quarter pipe on earth.
it felt good. It was
You
just
can
like
go to the moon on that thing.
that's what they were saying, but it was just like it was New Year's Day and it was cold, so
Ah.
I was just like, I'm not falling today. I don't wanna. Um, so throughout the day today, I don't know how much you talk about this stuff, but like I've noticed how much you pay attention to like you were talking about uh my wrist and my knee or whatever. Do you guys have any ginger? And
Mm.
just stuff like that. Like what are the types of things you're doing on a regular basis? Like you're very specific talking about some of the food type stuff.
Well, I'm just plant based diet, and I try to like follow like an alkaline, like anti inflammatory diet as well,
Mm-hmm.
just to keep like, you know, again, I'm not young. We're not young, like if I want to be able to keep doing this, for many more years to come, I have to really like look at it like put food in my
It's
system.
like your car. You gotta do
Yeah,
oil
yeah,
changes and
exactly.
stuff on your car.
Keep the body looped, and just keep up with it, like
Mm-hmm.
I, all the things that I do just help with regulating like the constant pain of being an athlete and not feeling like garbage, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, the only thing that really I don't have constant pain at all. What I have is just there's some days where I get to the park or the trails. Trails not as much, but I'll be going to ride and it's just like I feel like I'm in one place, my brain's in one place, my body's in another place, and my bike is on the other side of
mm-hmm.
the planet. And it's like it's usually when there's a period where I can't ride for like a whole week. I'm like, oh, I gotta re whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Just reboot.
yeah, reboot's a good
Yeah.
term for it 'cause that's exactly it.
See, like my biggest flaw in life, and just how we were talking about it earlier, and before we started this, is like I have literally one speed,
Mm-hmm.
and like that speed is literally go.
Yeah.
It's just fresh off the injury. I'm like already trying to do banger upon banger upon banger upon banger, and I'm thinking my body's ready for all this, which is still kind of weak. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everything besides this knee and this wrist is like in great shape. So
It's
my
just
mind's like, oh, time to, do this, do that. So I just I literally just try to drink at least a gallon to 2 gallons of spring water a day, and I try to smoothie at least twice a day, morning, lunch, and then later on at night I like carb load or have something heavy with like rice and stuff like that, and good like solid protein. Sometimes I eat garbage, but it's like you can't have good.
Everybody eats
Yeah,
garbage
sometimes
sometimes.
you can't have good without a little bit of bad, and that's just like I guess the way I was brought up.
That was my bomb pop today when we left. When I went back in to get the stuff that we didn't cook today,
Oh yeah.
I bought bomb pop and I was like, yeah, this
Oh,
is so good.
what is it called?
A bomb pop. It's just a popsicle that's red, white, and
Oh,
blue.
okay, yeah. I got you.
I'm gonna get flags. I keep saying the
Yeah.
word bomb. Yeah, but like I mean, one thing for me, so in the past few years, I've been pretty conscious about just food in general because Nick Bruce actually helped me to make the realization that like what I put in here is 100% like how I impact
Perform.
what
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
because it's literally the gas for
Yeah.
the engine. And I never thought about it that way before. Dude, I literally, you know what a fudge round is?
Yeah.
So the big ones,
Yeah.
I used to eat two of those a morning for breakfast
Jeez, man.
every single morning. Then sometimes, no, two for breakfast. Then I would get home from school and eat two more. And and so like that was my life until college, where I just decided like I'm done with this.
Right.
And then I did it for a little while through school, but when I came home and what really did it was this dude who was always drunk at the trails looked at me. He's like, "You gaining some weight?" And he like hit me in the gut, and I'm like, "Okay." And so
Oh
I
yeah.
just completely it was that, and then realizing that what you put in your mouth is the fuel for your engine, being your body, and you can't ride good if you don't like
Feel good.
you don't feel good. And you don't have the right stuff powering you.
Yeah.
And so I just like try to not have sugar as
Right.
much as possible. I try to only drink water, period. Like unless it's like you're saying a smoothie
Yeah.
or
Like fruits and vegetables. That those sugars are good. I
yeah.
still drop in on like actual sugar too. That's like
I
I
will
don't drink
sometimes.
anymore. So like my like my celebratory like glass of whiskey is what I used to drink
Hmm.
is some sort of sweet, like
I get it, but I have a
a
problem.
cupcake or some sort of ice cream, like I'm just like in here to there, make me feel like garbage for a few hours, like
My problem with that is that you can stop with the one cupcake. I'll eat all of them.
right.
I can't stop. Like they're
But that like if she was in here right now, she would be looking at you and me with the death glaze because I don't stop either.
well,
I have
it's
a
hard.
problem. Like
It's hard.
I'll literally eat all of it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's gone, like
there's a few days in the winter where I slipped up, and on my way home from Ray's, I'd buy a pack of cookies
yeah.
from Dollar General, and I'd actually buy two packs of cookies because I was gonna eat a whole one that night, and then eat the next one throughout the next couple days.
Yeah.
And dude, I just you don't realize how much sugar makes you feel like crap until you stop eating it
Dude,
for a month
it's
and then have it again.
yeah. Yeah. Like natural sugars like we're saying, fruits,
That's
vegetables,
different.
honey, like that kind of stuff, like
I'm talking like
processed
actually consciously added in sugar.
yeah, for sure. It's rough, man. It's rough on the body, but sometimes it's okay to celebrate and be like, hey, because
Well,
you don't drink either. So I think
yeah,
like it's okay to look at that as like your celebratory shot
I do,
or
but
your celebratory beer. Like
when I do that, I just feel like total crap
yeah,
instantly. Like I feel when I eat sugar, I feel my neck just go like this, and all the muscles
yeah,
in my neck
yeah,
just tighten up, and then it's like, well, there's that headache that I always had because my muscles were always tight.
right.
That's back. I guess I gotta go dig at the trails for 3 hours till I feel that wear off. And then that's the other crazy thing is that like you can feel where when you break through that wall. Like at the trails, I really will notice it. If I have any kind of sugar and then I go dig or ride at the trails,
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, this is made. You have that weird feeling of like, God, this sucks. I'm not here. And then all of a sudden, at a certain point, you just like bust through that wall. And you're
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm normal again, and I can
yeah,
feel it.
yeah. So you just gotta sweat it out.
Yeah.
It's just like when if you're a drinker, you have to sweat out the demon to be able to feel better.
Eat them cupcakes, but spit them in the trash instead of swallowing them. It tastes the same.
That's amazing.
That's kind of a good point.
Smell a cupcake and just eat a carrot.
No, you know what I actually have though?
Uh,
I have cake batter chapstick at my desk because it tastes or smell tastes it smells exactly like cake.
Oh my gosh.
It's that's how I do it.
That's evil.
I mean, that's how I do it though. I just
Yeah.
try to curb it because I'm the same way with pizza. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know how we're sitting here talking about diet and nutrition, but it's like this is real stuff, and there's a lot of people that will listen to this who are 35 and up. If you feel like crap, it's because you're eating like crap
Right.
and not doing anything.
Yeah. You gotta exercise, like you don't even need to go to the gym, just have some sort of routine where you like go out, like even for a walk around the block.
Yeah, that'll do it too.
One thing that like I learned like long ago, I forget the bodybuilder, his name, but he recently, I think it's Scott or the dude that passed away from like a massive heart attack. He was like enormous.
Oh, I think I saw people posting about that.
Yeah, but he's like, dude, you don't need to go to the gym. Have like 2 8 pound or 10 pound dumbbells before you go to bed. Just do like 100 skull crushers, and then sit up right away and do like 60, hammer curls, and then go to bed. Don't eat anything. Don't drink anything. It gives you a pump, helps you sleep. It gets your cardiovascular like moving. Like it's a workout. Like you feel burned, but it's not like you're at the gym spending 2 hours. Like if you do that every night, like that's literally like what I do to stay.
That makes sense.
That and just like plank, go for a walk. I was running, and I think that's how my knee, like while I was injured, like my knees like shot now because I was running like 3 miles a day, and then sitting on the stationary bike for like 12, and
Yeah.
just it's like, oh, I'm burning off all this
Yeah.
grim, and
Dude.
I wasn't wearing braces or anything, and just my knees like, hey dude, guess what?
Well, I've heard the impact of running can be bad for your knee.
Rough.
BMX Pete, he's 44, I guess, but he said, "Wait till you're 44. I can't drink coffee after 5 p.m. if I want to sleep at night." I have never in my life
Yeah.
been able to drink caffeine after noon and been able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Period. In my whole entire life.
Well, I like, I'm the same way, but it's like I'm always like energetic, like I don't really need caffeine. It's just I love caffeine.
Yeah,
Coffee's
get it.
amazing. Shout out Traction.
Traction is rad.
Yeah.
Mike is
Mike
rad. Ricky
is-
is the best.
Yeah, I'm stoked to be partnered with them as well. Tight dudes, and yeah, honestly, like I can drink caffeine late at night and be fine, but I know it's not really the best thing. But I have like a routine, like I drink the water I do, the amount, I have my vitamins throughout the day, and then I take my melatonin at a certain time, and I'm way past a certain time, but I'm certain as soon as I go upstairs, and
Oh, I'm gonna pass out. Today's been long.
I'm expired as is, so
Yeah, but do you ever feel like this is a random question, maybe other people have an answer to. Do you ever feel like you get to a point where you're like put in instantly feel the like
energy
and like it's like putting gas in your engine and it immediately can help your engine run versus having to like digest and whatever. I swear there's times where I feel like I get to a point where I'm like at a line where if like I eat, I instantly, it's like just what goes in instantly is cycling. And I feel like, I don't know if you could attest to this from now that you don't drink, that there's like a certain way you get like in tune with your body. Like how he was talking about coffee and not being able to sleep at night.
Right.
Where it's like, because I've never drank or any of that, that I'm like more in tune with the way I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
And that like the caffeine, I know it's gonna make me not be able to sleep. And
dude, like that, I mean, a lot of people are starting to be aware of it, especially with like everything being at our fingertips. Like your stomach, your gut is your second brain. They're connected.
Yeah, I
so like what you literally eat is how you're gonna feel. I have a smoothie in the morning every day, or raw fruit and a juice, and I don't eat anything until at least 6 or 7 p.m. after that, and that's like a good 10-hour window where I'm still fully energized with what I had.
That's really wild because I'll have days where like
you ate this morning you had your breakfast, and then we rode at Worcester, and then we got to Stoke Run, and you had two,
Three burgers.
oh, three burgers, and then we rode there for a little over an hour, and then we went to an Italian restaurant. And you ate again.
I ate a
honestly,
meal and a half.
yeah,
there,
I don't. Yeah, you devoured 2 plates of pasta, which is insane. Like you're functioning right now. Like you're not expired, and I'm expired. Like, which is it's insane. Like that's like I'm not like that's not like me being judgmental or like anything like that. Just me being like, how in the hell?
I just feel it. Like I was saying, like how I feel as soon as I eat.
Yeah.
I feel it impacting. During the day, I'll get to the point where it's like I'm on E right now. I
Right.
know I'm on
So
E,
you need to like put the
and
food
I have to eat something,
Yeah.
or I'm just
But that's just not like those are like heavy foods. Like you had heavy food today.
oh
You know, compared to what I put in my system.
yeah.
You know, like obviously everyone's wired differently, but like what I put in my system to seeing what you put in your system today, just to be able to function on your bike throughout the day and heat, you know, and perform and just, you know, overall interact. Like I was like, how?
It works.
How is
too.
this dude not sleeping, standing up right now with the phone in his hands?
it
You know?
worked though, because if you think about Worcester, as my first run, I did stuff. I just was like, whoa! I did that in my first run. I did in my first run. I just rode up to the ramp, dropped to a pedal, did 270 foof,
Yeah.
and then went over the spine, did a foof, whatever. Came back, did a 5-tap, set my tire on the coping, dropped to an ice pick to fake
Yeah.
in my first run. Then when you called me out on the 5-tap to ice later after not riding for 2 hours.
It was like an hour and a half, yeah. 2 hours.
So whatever it is works for me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird.
I mean, it definitely works for you. Like I said, there's no like cross judgment or, you know, pointing the finger like how the hell you do it. I just, I, in my eyes, I wouldn't be able to do that. Like I can't function in the morning if I don't have some sort of like a raw food. You know.
Well, I had a banana and a peach
Yeah.
when I first woke up. Then I ate eggs,
Yeah.
and that was and a little bit of bacon because I hate bacon. I'm just gonna say that. That was the first experience of the day.
Yeah.
Cooking bacon sucks.
I'm stoked though. Like that, I ripped one of those Amish peaches down, and I had like 5 bananas and, you know, my beet powder and my vitamins, and I was solid until we dropped in on actual food. I mean, it was a little less than what I usually take in because my smoothies that I make are like enough to feed a village. So
Joey put on front brakes.
who said that?
Roll back rub.
Oh man, I've.
How old do you have to be to put on front brakes?
I've been dabbling with, you know, I have a few ideas, you know, with as we were talking earlier, I want to do a certain trick with a free coaster. So I might put a free coaster on, and then I might play with a front brake where the brake lever's on my right and I don't have a back. But I do want to do like a certain thing with a free coaster, and I do have an idea for a certain trick with front brakes. Because I've tried it a few times with just my foot, and it kind of sucks. But I want to see if a front brake will hold up to it. But
I gotcha.
7 to foot jam.
Oh, and you think
7 to nose pick.
would be
I think
better.
I honestly like the 7 to foot jam. It works. It just hurts really bad. The 7 to nose pick I think will kind of suck, but
It's gonna be wild.
because it's just, you know, I'm a 2-finger kind of guy. So
Me too.
yeah.
Okay, so is there anything that you only use one for? Anything specific?
Certain feathering with like backwards manuals,
Okay.
like on decks. And
Any
then,
specific else?
sometimes feathering when I'm like doing those corked upside down 3s or 7s. Like I'll use like 1 to tap to like keep me leveled.
So the only time I will use one is if it's a foof out of a wedge.
Okay.
Because I feel like
Yeah,
I need
you
that.
can trust with that, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I honestly like it's for like foofs and like the big spins or anything like that. Like it's usually 2, so
Yeah.
but I'll use it to feather with like backwards manuals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like those backwards manual to foots or like 7 back manuals.
Yeah.
But
There's some bank to foofs, like street ones that are so tall.
yeah,
I'm just like, I can't hop that high with two
I
fingers on
feel
my
weird
lever.
doing it with one. What do you use? Like your pointer or your
Yeah.
middle? Oh yeah, I can't.
I just make
I use my
sure
middle if I'm using one.
I don't know, I just make sure my brakes are sticking good enough that
Yeah,
it will lock up.
yeah. I don't know. I are you riding the medium lever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read the trigger, so it's like
That's probably part of it. It's
yeah,
probably different to pull
yeah.
with
You should try
one.
that lever out. I think you would enjoy it.
I'm stuck on the medium.
It kind of sucks like if it isn't like like closer to the bend, where it's like angled down for people that are left foot forward and turn down the way we do. Like you kind of stab yourself in the thigh.
Oh, that's
You know,
nice.
like
Yeah.
that does suck. And sometimes it's a worry if you have like a long sleeve or a hoodie on and it's cold out and you're ripping down and turn down, it'll catch the pocket. It's like
Ooh, that's
the reason why most of my clips are like without a shirt on is because like when I'm doing inverts, I don't like
Oh yeah.
I've had some terrible run-ins with that, and I'm trying to keep the remaining teeth in my head.
I get it, man. That's
You know,
scary.
it's the like that right there is actually more terrifying than skydiving.
I believe it.
You know, getting caught out and you're like this, like 4 feet, maybe 2 feet from
And
the
all you can
landing.
do is fall.
You're just like looking. You're like, well, this is me now. You know, like
I guess I'm gonna fall here.
yeah.
We're gonna hit the ground
I'm
really
dead.
hard. Oh, Thomas, which one did you get? That's so sick. He said he finally got it. I did so many videos on planetary coasters that he finally got one. And this guy
That's it.
mainly rides trails, I think.
That's it.
You ride like the offspring of Kevin Porter and Ben Hiddle.
The offspring, eh? Well, I grew up with Porter.
Well, that could explain things.
Him and I grew up with each other at Scrap Skate Park and Burbank Skate Parks.
Oh, that's where we are.
Yeah, we're at Scrap right now. But
And
yeah,
you have as many tattoos as Ben Hiddle, so.
I think I might have a little bit more than he does.
Oh, well.
But I'm not. This isn't a pissing contest.
He has almost as many as you.
Yeah, true.
Anyway.
Ben rips. You know?
Yeah, I never seen him ride in person until the last Woodward adult weekend that they had.
Yeah.
And he was doing half cab tables that were like amazing tables if you were jumping a jump.
A box jump. Yeah.
And they were half cab.
Yeah.
It was seriously amazing.
Yeah. He's one of the only other riders out of like 5 or 6 that has done a 7 cane.
Oh, okay. That's sweet.
And that's a trick that I'm trying to keep alive and trying to get a few other people to do. I've called Tom Justice out and Mr. Mark Webb, and I'm going to continue to do it until they, deliver.
Yeah. 7 canes.
They owe me 7 canes. Like I'm going to do it and I'm going to call them back out. I have a few other people I'd like to see do them, but I
You
don't
want to just call him out right now?
Well, I mean, yeah, Mark Webb, you owe me, and Tom Justice, you definitely owe me.
Who else?
I would love to see Porter put a set of brakes back on and do one. It's been years, dude. Like, I started doing them, and then people started doing them. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm pretty sure I'm the first to do them. At Scrap Skate Park, I'm pretty sure there's a big audience to testify for that as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't know the answer to that.
I mean, again, I might get some flack for that. I don't care.
If Tom Justice does a 7 cane, it's very possible that he does an opposite one too.
Dude, yeah. But here's the thing. He can do 540 Hurricane or 540 Canadians.
Yeah.
And this is like, again, this isn't a punch. Like, he does those better than he does Hurricanes.
Well, and who
if
else?
he can do that in a 7,
A 7
My God.
nose or 7
Canadian.
7 Canadian. I mean, who else even does 540 Canadians on your foot?
These days?
Nobody's
Nobody.
doing that.
I haven't done one in 10 plus years, and I hate that trick.
That's a terrifying trick.
Every time I do them, I go sheet metal.
Oh, I'm sure. And he's doing them good.
Yeah, in transition.
In a run.
Yeah.
It's insane the
It's
stuff that guy's doing.
I don't know what dreadlock it is that's giving him superpower,
Dude,
but
it's seriously nuts. I mean, the fact that he's doing downside foot jam whips on quarters
thanks, rollback. Appreciate you, man.
in runs and 540 foot jam or 5 Canadians
Yeah,
in
yeah,
runs.
it's just gnarly.
And then the fact that he'll just go and do a three tuck, and I think you do
46 feet in the air.
Yeah, and then the huge three turn downs over stuff, and he's doing stuff opposite too.
Yeah, that's dude. He does all the stuff that I love doing as well, like three inverts, three turn downs, like dip threes, and it's like that's the kind of stuff that I personally love doing and love seeing. You know, like there's not many people that are really keeping that kind of stuff like
and doing all of it.
Yeah, all of it.
I mean, there's not very many people who are doing super tech and then jumping and doing gun jumping tricks too. Let alone like also riding trails.
I would like to see you try 7 cane.
I don't even like 5 canes. Honestly, I don't like them on coping.
Yeah.
I love doing hurricanes on wooden ramps without coping.
Like a lip of like a box or something like that.
Yeah, I like doing stuff like that.
I learned 7 canes on box jumps.
I mean, it makes sense.
I was afraid of coping, especially at scrap, because scrap's coping was always kind of slippery.
Mm.
And it stuck up like on the deck, so if you slid off of it, you just wow.
Yeah, that's scary. That's what freaks me out. That's why I don't like doing them. It's just because it.
But the rubber these days, the rubber on tires.
It's me. It's not the tires. Wow. It's me being like in a weird spot.
Oh,
it
gotcha.
Freaks me out. I've 540 hurricaned.
I'll do my best, my man. Much love.
What did I do, Ghost B? I did a 540 hurricane at Ray's. How there's in the Subaru room, there's that steep quarter on the other side where you just turn around to come back to hit the spine. The old setup, the bank to weird thing.
Yeah,
I 540 hurricane that.
Wow.
With coping on it, but like I don't
want that thing was fun.
That thing was sweet.
That new quarter pipe's wild.
I like it because you can still go high, but boosting that weird quedge thingy was really fun.
Real fun.
Did you keep your sound wave? Yes, I keep every frame I've ridden. Is that do you do that?
What?
Keep frames that you've ridden or anything like that?
I'm doing it now, and also I've been helping, like locals out and like other people.
I get it. I'm just too sentimental.
Yeah, I'm keeping my lineup now. Like I have my first ever signature frame from Catch that she rebought me from Mike Stotsky that ran the company. I have a Fit Beacon frame that's cracked, and then a Colony mate frame that's just chilling. And I have my complete too, and one I'm currently riding, and I'm real stoked that David Wooten at Stone gave me a 24 that, I got to start producing clips on that. He's like, oh, you better do some bangers. And I'm like,
5-tap it. You can 5-tap it.
I definitely want to 7-tap it, and I want to try to hurricane like a sub or a sub railing.
Oh, that'll definitely be doable.
Yeah. I just need to put different brake pads on it.
Yeah, that's
clear boys.
Totally doable.
Clear boys. The chirps.
Yeah. There's a dude local here who had a custom layered 24 frame made. Oh, wow. It's like the geometry that makes it feel like a BMX bike. Because this dude, his nickname is Lurch. Okay. Like he rides this bike and it looks like a 22 or a 20 for him. But then I'll get on it.
It's just
and it looks like I'm a 12-year-old kid on a 26.
That's wild.
But he's got pegs on it. So I was doing, ice pick candy bars and ice overs on the spine and stuff with this thing, and it's just fun. There's a lot that's possible. I want to see more switch spin. Opposite 540 hurricane. Those aren't actually the worst. When I did that,
I'm not really that like spot on with that. I do have to play with that stuff. I used to be able to 5 opposite better than I was able to 3 opposite better.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but I do I agree. I need to drop in on that.
Yeah.
Coming through squad. Yeah, Wade, what's up, brother?
Yeah.
Wade rips.
Wade rips.
He's a
Wade
Quad
up.
Cities boy.
Hell yeah. Thanks for joining, Wade.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to everybody else that's chilling.
Shout out to Lurch. You know
Yeah.
Lurch? That's awesome. Lurch is sick,
Dude,
dude.
the scene BMX is so, I mean, it's enormous, but it's so small when you actually think about it. Like,
Yeah, I just never would have expected because Lurch, I mean, these days I just see him randomly at Ray's. I wonder, oh, you know what? He did go somewhere. I think he was out there for a work trip or something. That might be what I remember. Well, we'll find out. Anyway, though, yeah. So you got big plans. You got signature stuff coming.
yeah, I'm pretty
You,
stoked for that. And I'm child and Christmas, I'm extremely stoked. I don't know if like if he's like mentioned exactly what's coming out, but a frame will be live pretty soon. So
cool.
yeah,
Like that quick.
I mean it's not going to be like we got to get some prototypes, do some testing, but it's coming. It's coming real soon. The prototype should be here hopefully in the next like 2 months. I'm hoping.
Don't say it, but did you name it already?
Yes,
Oh,
named it.
sick.
Have the geometry and everything's all set. And Corey at Fictive also helped do the design for the graphics. So um, we're just trying to figure out like what we're gonna do for the tubing, and then we're gonna bring it to life. Get some frames out to do some testing, and then yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Are you super particular about geometry?
yes, very.
That's
I
understandable.
I just with like my you know everything in BMX. I feel like what I have that's in the kitchen getting cooked up is going to be good for everything. So I think a lot of people will be very stoked on it as well.
Good.
But you guys heard it. You heard it here, and you heard it. Well, I've already told you. So
I knew months ago.
yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, I'm pretty stoked, man. I'm again festivities and just the opportunities. It's amazing. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just from looking at comments on your post and their posts, it seemed like people were stoked about it.
yeah, I'm stoked that people are stoked. I'm stoked overall, and it's amazing to be thought of this way still. Like
Well, and you're one person though that I feel like came into your own like later. Not even because when you really started blowing up, it was like, damn, Joey's been doing this forever
yeah,
and doing his thing forever, and it's just now really catching on.
yeah. I don't know. I don't really. I'd like. It's like a weird place for me to like talk about that. Like I
Yeah, I
just
get
I
it.
you know I'm just happy to be you know doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm my goal forever in BMX has always been to just do it with style and be different. You know what I mean? Like do things that not every. I don't follow a crowd. And I'm not saying that to like you know I jog off on anybody's riding. I just want to do my own thing, and I'm stoked that it's like you know
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's catching attention. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it has been for years at this point, but I remember when it first was picking up, and it was like, damn, Joe's been doing this for so long,
Yeah.
and it's just now.
I've been riding BMX for 24 years, man. 20,
That's insane.
yeah.
That's almost
I
as
grew.
long as
I literally grew up with Tony Cardona at our spot in Palatine, Illinois, called the Bowl. All we did was dig all day and ride all day.
that's awesome.
And then I didn't go to my first skate park until like 2 years into like that realm of
Mm-hmm.
BMX, and we had this park at a YMCA in Palatine, Illinois, that was just a wooden fortress of 2/4 pipes, a vert wall, a gnarly box jump, a gnarly street spine, this wild setup that just like, even till today's standards was like it was a real skate park. It wasn't
Yeah.
like it was a skate park, dude. Like
Yeah.
you went there and it was like there it was a 5.5, if not bigger, street spine. Same thing with the box jump, and then there was a 4.5 street spine, but the deck wasn't like fully connected.
Mm.
Like it was like there was deck on it, and then you can separate the spine into like a hip
Oh
or a
yeah.
double. And it was just rad. And there was like a big quarter, a wedge, and then this other, W mini, 6. I think it was 6 foot tall.
W mini.
Yeah.
You don't hear it called that very often.
Yeah.
That's a spine mini.
Spine mini. Yeah. But it's just, it was sick, man. And just started going to scrap from there.
That's crazy because
Yeah.
I hear people talk about scrap like it's ancient history.
Yeah, it's not. It's still a part of the majority of that part of the Midwest riders, like Porter, myself, Mike Danello, Nick Harkins, Sean McElroy. Dude, so many riders. Shui, Hui, Aaron Nardi. You remember him? Mauser. Yeah, like just a ton of legendary names.
I mean,
John Pesey,
the first few names you named, I recognized, and
Jimmy Walker, Koji Kraft, like all these dudes I grew up riding bikes with.
dude, Koji Kraft is like one of the most underrated riders of all time.
Still to this day, and he's still one of the gnarliest.
Yeah, that guy is incredible.
Yeah, and he gives the whole dick-footed situation a run for its money.
Oh yeah,
Because he literally spins, like actual big spins, to the right, but when he's riding quarter pipes and vert ramps, he airs to the left.
whoa.
Yeah.
Does he change his feet for any of it?
No, he's just does his thing, and he Taj whips too. So he kicks with his front foot, not his back foot.
Wow,
Yeah.
that guy, and he's doing gnarly stuff
Yeah.
like that.
He was doing double flips like when, Mira.
When the first double flips were
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
Matt Sparks was also underrated.
Matt Sparks is dude still to this day one of my favorite bike riders.
That dude, yeah.
He's like if we're on the topic of like best bike riders, we've
Matt
been on
Sparks is one of them.
it. He's definitely one of them.
Yeah, he's on the list. Nick Harkins is on the list.
Nick Harkins is on the list. He's
Nick-
one of those dudes that like he's getting love, but like he's not getting the love he deserves in this sport.
Oh, Nick should be a name. Nick Harkins should be a name that like anyone who likes well-rounded and tech front brake people
Yeah.
should know. Period.
Harkins and Danello.
I feel like people know Danello.
People definitely know Danello for sure, and if you don't, you're living under a rock.
But Harkins, man, how many other people on this planet, if any, can do 3 downside nose pick whip
Thank you, Johnny. Much love.
on a double coping spine and then turn around and 3 suicide double truck
Right.
the same spine?
He's Harkins. For people that aren't familiar, Harkins does 360 dip double seat grabs.
Literally. No joke about that.
WTF?
Like dipped. I mean, he's throwing it.
Yeah.
Throwing it down.
In a 3. Not straight. Like it's gnarly alone, but he's doing it in a 3. 3.
Plus,
Harkins, I love you. He's been one of my brothers for the 24 years I've been riding bikes. Man.
he's such a good dude.
An amazing
dude.
human being. One of my best friends, literally.
Hey,
I don't get to spend as much time as I should with him, but he's incredible. He can take a month off his bike and get right back to like bangers. And while we're on this topic, Jamie Spreitzer.
that too. He's
You know,
still
another one that
still
he's what 53?
something
53, and he's doing stuff that
over over ice back overs on back rails
Yeah.
still.
At Asylum Skate Park, there's a 6 foot mini. He did it on that 6 foot mini. Dude,
That
it's
guy's
gnarly.
insane.
I got like next time I'm there, I will send you a photo of what it looks like from the back and from the front, and you'll just be like, okay, that doesn't make sense. Like,
Just watch his most recent edit. Just
yeah,
type in Jamie Spreitzer
that yeah, it's in
birthday
that.
edit or
It's in
whatever.
that ad.
Yeah. Yo, thank you, Johnny Jetson. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But Jamie Spritzer's insane. I got a crazy Jamie Spritzer story that has nothing to do with actually talking to Jamie Spritzer. He so one day I randomly had this thought, like, I want to see somebody do a flip to sprocket.
Yeah.
And so I typed on Facebook a status. I was like, where can I watch somebody doing a flip to sprocket? And so Jamie Spritzer's
Yeah.
name came up. And then I leave to go to Ray's that day. And guess who the hell is at Ray's?
Jamie Spreitzer.
For the first time I've ever seen him in
Yeah,
my life,
yeah.
I saw it. I saw him and people said it was him. And I was like, there's no way that this worked out like that.
Yeah, that's gnarly, dude. He's not really on social media. Like he has a Facebook, but he's not on it. You know what I mean? But like
He's too busy being a badass.
yeah, like he literally, like this is not an exaggeration. He'll ride like once or twice, and then he'll take 5 months off.
Sounds like Cameron Birdwell
Yeah.
doing what he did for his
Yeah,
edit he
yeah.
put out.
He'll take like 5 months off and come back and drop in like it was he rode yesterday.
It's amazing. Some people just have it like that.
Yeah, it's feels weird, you know, like when you're on a roll, when you're riding every day. Because I try to ride every day, you know, like I try to take one day off, you know, 1 to 2 days, but like taking like that amount of time and going right back to it, especially the way he does, it's like, dude, chill out.
Wow.
You're 53, dude.
He doesn't care.
He's like, as I was saying earlier, that one speed meaning go, that's Jamie. Like he's go all
Just
the time.
watch the edit.
Yeah.
His most recent edit, if you just search his name.
Chris Field edited that.
It's
He's a rad dude too. Shout out to him as well.
Field of Dreams.
Yeah. I never got to ride that ramp, and you know,
Yeah.
but I've spent a lot of time with him in the recent, you know, past, and he's super rad. He's got a family, and you know, he just loves BMX. So he goes out and rides and films and tries to, you know, just have fun with it.
That's awesome. I love people like that.
Yeah.
I love meeting people who are like 1000% in love with BMX.
Yeah.
I've been paying attention to this more lately because when I went down to Rumble in Richmond, I went to Powers and I was talking to Chad and he gave me the tour and everything.
Right.
That video actually just went out today. The museum tour
Yeah.
and the shop tour went out last week. But he, just talking to him, I mean, we ended up there till like 9:30 and just talking and everything. And it was like, this dude, it's like there was nothing else for him. Like there was never going to be anything other than BMX.
Yeah.
Really, you're the same way. I mean, you're the way you talk about like your riding career is like, I'm gonna do this as long as I possibly can because there's no other option. And I love talking to people who are like that because I mean we all know those examples. Like Dax is an example of that kind of thing where he's
Right.
like he knows what he's doing. He's being a professional intentionally, and it's probably because there's no other option
Yeah.
in his mind.
Yeah, that's like I do have, you know, like everybody else, we all have different options. Like we could definitely go out and work a 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
but like I live, breathe, and bleed BMX. You know,
Yeah.
this is what I ride bikes full time, and I'm a full time stepfather, and I love both. You know, equally. I have an amazing fiance. My support system, like I said, from my sponsors to the following and her, man, like she follows me around like on these road trips and just films me and bakes in the sun or freezes her ass off in the cold, and she just wants me to have fun and succeed at what I'm doing. And
She doesn't take the crap either when you're riding and
Yeah,
trying
dude, she-
tricks. She's like, If you get frustrated, she's like, you're riding your bike. It's not raining. It's a good day.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got this. Like,
Dude, again, she's the best. Like she knows how to calm me down. She
yeah, and it
knows
works.
she's honestly like one of the best people to film with. And I've filmed with so many people. I'm not like pooping on anybody, but like she knows my fluidity.
Well, I mean, who's gonna be better to work with you? With like, what's
Yeah.
the word when you're talking about working with somebody? Word I can't. Chemistry.
Yeah.
Filming chemistry. Who's gonna be a better person to film with than either like person who is your childhood like best friend and knows you better than anyone else in the
Right.
whole world, or like your significant other who
Right.
just also knows you better than anyone else. Synergy. Let's talk like big corporate guys. Promote synergy.
Yeah.
Remember birthdays. You know that song?
Yeah. Oh, dude, Trevor rips as well, man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
We
Doing
just
shows.
bought an entire skate park.
At the Quickie Mart shop? Dang, that's sick.
Wow.
That's really sick.
That's so dope. Quickie Mart. Yeah.
That's a, like,
Dude, I love the T-Town. The T-Town. Have you been to
I've
Tulsa?
never been there, but I know a lot of those
The
guys.
energy and the dudes that have like in Tulsa and like OKC, they always want to ride. They're not impossible to get a hold of.
Mm.
I think this is a topic we need to get on. It's probably gonna piss off some people.
Let's light some fires.
All right. that crew around that area, like you can make one phone call or one text, and they're about bike riding. Out here and out by me, it is impossible to get somebody to leave their comfort zone
I
or
mean,
even answer their cell phone.
comfort zone thing is definitely real. Like,
Yeah, I get that, but like, come on, like, go to a different park, go to a different street spot. You don't have to ride the same.
are you talking to me?
No,
Because it feels like you're talking to me.
but I honestly think you need to get to Milwaukee and see. Like, from Milwaukee to an hour and 20 minutes away, I have like 43 skate parks.
I get it. I get it.
But
It's a real thing. It's just, it's so, I could,
transparency is what I'm trying to get at. There needs to be more transparency with the whole.
BMX in general,
Yeah.
industry too.
Yeah.
They're becoming more and more, but
Transparency is like the number one thing. Like, if you don't know how to like be transparent or responsive, I don't want to f with you.
I get it.
Like,
But
what's that name?
by the way, this is Tim. I forgot I used a nickname on here. It was cool seeing you again in Milwaukee. I think it's Tim Hankins. Oh, the comfort zone thing. So, or no, it's not Tim Hankins. Duh, what am I saying? Team has won the USA BMX Freestyle Team of the Year. Definitely not Tim Hankins. Why am I? Sorry. It's after midnight. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Is it that late already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But what I was going to say about the comfort zone thing is I'll talk about this with trails because it's really easy. I have people who are like, oh, you need to go to these trails. You want to come with me to Caddy and Posh, and you want to go to here and there. And I'm like, I live not even 10 minutes from my favorite trail,
Yeah.
favorite skate park on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy for me to be like, I'll just ride it home.
Tim Ferguson.
Okay.
Yeah, much love, Tim.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's so late. Anyway, so the comfort zone is a real thing, and it's really easy to get stuck in the comfort zone.
Yeah. No, I don't mean that, like, everything I'm saying, I don't mean in disrespect. I mean that, like, the scene in general, not just BMX, just humans need to be better with transparency. Like,
Yeah, and
if you have a cell phone and you're looking at social media and not responding to a text or a call, you're part of the problem.
when you just want to ride with people.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
mean,
heart of it is
yeah,
that you just want to
yeah.
ride with
If you don't
people.
want to ride your bike or you have something going on, you're like, no, I can't today. Don't respond 2 days later and be like, oh, I'm just seeing this. Like
I will talk about that because there's so many people who are on their phone 100% of the
yeah.
time that they're not like physically doing
I see it at the
something,
skate park where they're just like this.
and you're like, and there are people that you text them or you message them or you call them and they saw it the second that it came
Yeah,
through, and then they don't respond for
yeah,
days. That happens a lot, and sometimes I'm the person who's not responding for days, but let's just be real here. I have like 3 jobs, and
yeah, yeah. I
I've
mean,
got a
it's
lot
cool
going
if
on too.
it's. I get it. Like people have, um, mental problems where they're dealing with stuff that they don't want to speak upon, and
Or
you know,
talk to somebody in that
yeah,
moment.
like, and I get that, and I also get that people have jobs, and I also get that people have families, and blah 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 blah. But it's like, dude, like a response, like if you,
Anything,
yeah,
anything is
no,
better.
no is simple. Like that's
Yeah,
2 letters.
yeah,
That's easier than scrolling 6 times on your social media feed.
yeah. It's definitely a thing. Like just having it's part of just like having compassion for other people enough to be considerate that it's like this person might be waiting on me to
Yeah,
reply and just trying to make plans or
yeah.
something. So you just, if you get it and you have the opportunity, why not just be like, oh, I can't right now,
I respond to
whatever.
literally everything.
I try my
Everything.
best to as well.
Like
It's
even
just
even
hard.
like the hidden messages on Instagram or Facebook or anything like
Mm.
that. Like it's just I guess it's just like how daddy brought me up. But
I try to do the same. It's just
I just
getting impossible for me.
I'm a
But
nice guy too, so it's like, even if it's something I don't want to like talk about or like certain things with like my recent loss, and stuff like that. Like I don't like to bring up like, damper. I'm not trying to bring anything damper on this. It's just like, like I'll be responsive about it. Like, hey,
yeah, it's just being, I mean, transparent is probably the wrong word, but just being like real, a
right,
real ass person where it's like if somebody brings up something you don't want to talk about, don't fucking ignore them
yeah,
and just pretend like they don't exist
yeah,
and then talk shit or whatever.
yeah,
Just be like, hey man, I'm not really comfortable talking about that.
yeah,
Or answer it in a obscure way that's like, okay, maybe they'll get the hint
yeah.
that I really don't want to talk about this thing.
I was dealing with like a very, very unprofessional company. I'm not going to name drop, but I was like dealing with a very, very unprofessional company that didn't have transparency. And they were just like, they didn't have the the decency to respond to like actual professional questions that I had and inquiries. So I was like, ah, dude, I freaked out and I was like, I put him on blast.
Oh,
But
oops.
but I deleted it right away.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sure like 5 people saw that because it was up for like 10 minutes maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that was just like the Italian anger in me. I was like, you know what, dude, I'm way better than that. I'll call him and leave him a voicemail. But
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I mean, if we want to get real after midnight here and talk about stuff, it's like there's also the thing of like when you do something that upsets somebody and people just stop talking to you
yeah,
forever
yeah,
and they'll talk crap about you to everyone else,
yeah,
but they won't talk to you about the problem they have with you. They'll just talk to everyone else about it. And it's like real, reasonable, mature adults. If I have a problem with somebody in that moment, I'm calling that person at that moment in time.
yeah.
And I'm gonna say, hey, I'm mad about this. You did this. I don't like it.
Let's
Or
squash this. Yeah,
I'll send them a message at that exact moment in time. Or if somebody is mad at me
yeah,
and I recognize it, I will instantly call that person. Like,
yeah.
hey, I want to talk this through because
Right.
I respect and appreciate you as a friend, and I don't want to lose a friendship over some stuff that we could literally sit here and chat it out
Right.
and then end up everything be fine again. And
Yeah.
it's like there's so many people. I've had that happen to me, and it's like, yeah, those are situations like, okay, I guess I'm better off without these
Right.
people. But at the same time, it's like I like being friends with everyone. I don't want people to be mad when we could talk something out
Yeah. Exactly.
and everything be okay.
Yeah. Bottom line is like just even if it's like having having a hard day or you just don't want to bike or you don't want to you
I can't today.
yeah.
No, you don't have to give any more details than you want. I can't today.
Yeah. That right there is like one thing that's like this it's not just for like the scene, it's like for companies as well, because there's like I've dealt with my fair share in the past where it's like there's no transparency and it's like I'm asking this and that, I have this coming up, like I don't get a response for a month later. Until a month later it's like what, like
Yeah.
just that's one thing that really just needs to be like overall like addressed. It's I mean this is obviously
thing.
just bullshitting and just talking, but I'm like don't be fake. Don't be fake. And if you have a problem, like squash it out.
That's the biggest
Don't make
thing.
up bullshit. Don't be some silly.
That's in BMX. We see that everywhere,
Right.
where people have a problem with somebody, and instead of talking to that person, they tell everyone else about that problem, and then they just never work it out, and it's like, well, that sucks,
Right.
because it would have been cool to be friends with this person still, and we could have done cool things, but instead you had to not talk about something that upset you for whatever reason.
Right.
And I don't know. I get some people might feel hard to approach.
Does anybody at Vans that's on your? I need a shoe sponsor.
That was out of nowhere.
That's love.
Oh, but yeah, I don't know. I that's a good thing to talk about because it's just a thing with people in general. Because like it happens everywhere. This Jeff, sleep well, bud. Thank you, Johnny.
Got work. Much love, dude.
I got work too in 8 hours, less than 8 hours, but
Let's touch base soon, Jeff. Very soon. DM me.com. Johnny, much love to you, bud.
I'm tired.
You want to call it? Or is there another topic we should bring aboard?
I don't know. My brain's kind of just going with whatever comes up.
I'm extremely thankful for you putting Jen and I up.
Check this out.
Thank you for showing me around today, filming.
Yeah.
Giving us a roof to lay our heads, and overall, I'd like to make this more of a habit.
But maybe we could get Jeff and Noah and you here all at the same time.
That's sick. Yeah.
Bikes are dope.
No one needs a bar to foof the back rail at Worcester.
He said he was going to do it and then he didn't do it.
When he was here? Oh. Way to totally S the bet on that one.
that back rail, I wonder if there's that might be like one of the most foofed back rails of a prefab skate park.
I'm sure it is.
It's gotta be getting there.
Sponge.
Sponge never did it, but me, Ricky, Big JT, I'm sure Markham did it.
Oh, Ricky too, yeah.
Dylan.
Oh, sick.
There's got to be more than that than just 5. There's a lot of people who foof that back rail.
I dropped in on it today.
Yeah, well, you were the first name on the list. I don't remember if I said me or not.
You. Yeah, I tried to get you to do it today. You're just not about it.
Well, you saw it happen when I did the other back rail. Hurt my knee again.
Well, blame that on the ice rink.
That was actually because I just got in an awkward position and it ended up weird.
Nose manual down the transition. That was wild.
I watched that. I probably could have hung on to that one, but I think I would have crashed. Well, it was nosed in perfect.
Yeah.
Like my back hadn't even crossed over the edge of the ramp yet. I just nosed like I was riding a dirt jump.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like sideways and kind of bounced goofy. I think I probably would have got shit whipped and died.
That'd be gnarly. It was gnarly. Like, could have been way worse too. It was a good day.
It was a great
Thank you
day.
for this too, man. I appreciate
This
it.
is fun.
Yeah.
I like doing these. I want to do more of these in person. I want to have people come hang out.
See you at Corn Hucket. Yeah, definitely get out there.
Oh, corn nugget. Don't rush it though. We still got a couple months.
It's a that's one thing I like look forward to, like jam wise.
It's an awesome.
Carl's
event.
good people. This place is fun.
There's so many people that come to
Yeah,
that. It's
so
just
many
amazing.
good faces.
Yeah,
It's just BMX. People are stoked. It's amazing. I love it.
me too. It's my literal entire life.
Yeah.
Like everything in my life surrounds BMX.
It's like newly. It's kind of like that month is like a real like tough month for me to like kind of deal with emotionally because the recent passing of my dad. His birthday's the 18th, so it's like
Which month?
September
Oh, okay.
for Corn Hucket. So it's
Yeah.
like that that day, like that whole week is just like even in the Corn Hucket time, I'm like still kind of like a basket case because I'm
I get it.
yeah. Again, not trying to bring
This is real life. You don't have to
Yeah.
apologize.
yeah, it's just one of those times, you know, it's still fresh to me.
Mhm.
My dad, like, I do have a lot of amazing supporters, you know, following in my, you know, my sponsor base and my wife, but like my dad, like, was my number one supporter. So it was like, just like today, like not even joking. I looked at my phone and started typing in my dad's name to text him, and I was like, shit, you know, like, so it's still real fresh, but that jam like literally it gives me that like stay stoked. You know, your dad's he's super psyched, he's proud of me, and
It's like a breath of life
Yeah.
that gets just
Yeah.
and life comes out and
Yeah.
into the BMX world that Carl is doing.
the energy is just fantastic, and you know, I look forward to it. I just look forward to every day that I wake up. You know, like
Yeah, well, that too. Yeah.
it's pretty sick, man, to be alive. Riding. Hey, quiet down, Gecko. Yeah, yeah.
I'm to the point of tired where I'm like delirious.
Yeah, I'm getting there for sure. I need to take my vitamins and drop in on that bed,
Yeah, I'm stoked to go to sleep. And
watch
then
something funny on the telly.
take a nap.
Oh, there's no telly up there. I just have to watch my phone.
Yeah.
Sick, man. I think we can, you know, drop in.
There's 13 people still hanging out at 12:18 a.m. Maybe
Wow.
it's not 12:18 a.m. where you are, but
14.
that's pretty sick. So I appreciate you. Have a good night, everyone. Follow Joey on Instagram. He's gonna reveal a new sponsor in 2 days at this point, and
2-3 days.
we'll see you guys tomorrow because I got another video coming out. I'm so tired. All right, I'm going to bed. Have a good night, everyone.
Love.